What does it mean for me to be free from the rule of others? Overcoming a state of confusion. As a warning, showing remorse when it comes to being genuinely and truly liberated. Al Manzou says that you can teach people other languages, but you can't teach them how to govern. That they must learn for themselves. Governance, that which we do on a daily basis. Being able to manage our emotions, whereas that our lives don't become uncontrollable and unmanageable, and someone has to manage them for you. To multiply is to be productive, and you replenish that. You subdue it. You control the productivity and replenish it by the manner and way in which you continue to reinvest in it, that which you have produced. Sustenance. The soul is an investment. Yes. How do you measure knowledge, understanding, information, and progress? Or can it be measured? There is a saying or a maximum or axiom or a scientific dictum that says if anything exists in some form, it can be measured. You look at your height and your weight. Let's try to look at this if we can. Try to break each of them down. Let's look at knowledge. It is said that knowledge is the reflection of your reality. Or knowledge reflects where you are. That's your reality. And we know in this world there's what they call spital limitations. Spittle, whatever you want to say, spital. Not spittle, but spital. That which we come to learn to identify with things in this existence reality. No one has a monopoly on intelligence. We see in the word knowledge, we have the word edge, we have the word now, we have the word know, we have the word edge. Certainly, there are limits. Yes. Knowledge refers. Anytime you use the word refer, there's a reference point to the facts, information, and skills acquired through education or experience. Okay? doing my best to overcome manipulation, mind manipulation, and thought control when it comes to confusion, chaos, corruption, turmoil. Being able to rule as my true self. It involves awareness and familiarity with a subject. And that which we are subject to is matter. It just exists. Knowledge can be measured in terms of how much information a person has retained or can recall. You don't want to have an overload, short circuit yourself and what you unable to grasp. Yes. Let's look at it. It can be measured in terms, and terms run out how much information a person has retained or can recall accurately. Knowledge implied becomes intelligence, yet when the knowledge in the intelligence is applied accurately, that's wisdom. For instance, passing a test. A test is designed to see how you process information. Pass a test on a specific topic demonstrates a level of knowledge. This is demonstratable. Understanding goes beyond mere knowledge. It involves ability to grasp the significance and meaning of information, concepts, or ideas. First of all, we saw that knowledge was dealing with in terms of how much information a person can retain or recall, and we see that understanding involves the ability to grasp the significance or meaning of information. It's involving something. You're involved in this constant struggle. Yes, we see that there. Concepts or ideas. Understanding requires what? Insight, interpretation, and the ability to explain or apply knowledge in different contexts. That's a word that someone will probably look at when it comes to the correct interpretation. It can be measured by assessing someone's ability to explain the concepts, solve problems, or predict outcomes based on their knowledge. Let's see how this plays out. Information, it refers to data that is organized. It's referring to the data that is organized. Some will call that the Asar. Some could call that the Christ, because Christ is a state of development through the process of spiritual consciousness. The organizing of one's thoughts, the organizing of one's behavior, the organizing of one's emotion, biologically how our anatomy is organized, how our brain chemistry, how everything is organized in this body. And how everything is organized in this universe. Ain't there something? Outside of this body. Yes. Organizing meaningful, organizing meaningful because it is done so with meaning. Ain't that something? Provides the context and answer questions like who, what, where, and when. Information is the what? Is the raw material from which knowledge is derived. It can be measured in terms of its accuracy. Remember, I said earlier, knowledge applied becomes intelligence, and when the knowledge is intelligence is applied accurately, it becomes wisdom. Its relevance is in accessibility. For example, the completeness and reliability of data. Reliable data sources can indicate the quality of information. It's almost like the credibility of the source on which the information comes from. Understanding the insight and being familiar with the knowledge of a particular subject. And how well an individual can retain it. The understanding gives you the insight of how all this comes about. Now we are at the progress. For me, there's two struggles: common sense versus nonsense, and regression versus progression. Progress signifies movement. You're going toward a goal. For me, the goal is, the aim is accountability. I don't know how to put it. The aim is accountability. When you come to accountability, you come into complete civility. When you come into complete civility, you're a citizen, and you should be at peace with that. Yeah. Now we see what is associated with civil unrest because of that. Toward a goal, improvement. Or advancement. Remember the common sense and the relevance of it. That which may work 20 or 30 years ago may not work now, but it is the, I think Imam Wandi Muhammad said it is the pursuit of excellence. It is very progressive. I have an approach. One of my 5-star approach is to be progressive. The task is to be progressive, and the task must be synchronized, and to be progressive, the end result is to restore social credibility. So we see the word credible or credibility that comes into play. When it comes to the source of knowledge, the source of information, and the understanding of how to apply and use that information. Oh, I think that's liberating. It involves positive change. You see, now we see, listen to the language. When I say that's liberating, because that which is liberating involves what? Positive change. When you go to the store, always say you want what? You want change back. Change is a product of human effort, and that effort must be synthesized unto a useful purpose. Yes. Because the effort must be synthesized. And then we understand the importance of diversity. Even though oneness is stronger than conflict and unity is stronger than diversity. It involves positive change, the development over time. That means you got to put in what? Some overtime, some work. Progress can be delayed, but it can't be denied. Progress can be measured by comparing current status against previous benchmarks or desired outcomes. For instance, in education, progress can be measured by evaluating how much a student has learned compared to their what? To their starting point. Remember, we're trying to talk about being truly and genuinely liberated, or becoming into confusion. And to be truly liberated, it almost gets you to a point where it takes on a form of a beginning. Yes. Yeah. To be liberated from confusion, to be liberated from chaos, to be liberated from corruption. Because that which, the progress that can be measured is associated with the knowledge and the understanding of what have informed you. And if you are liberated from the knowledge and the understanding that which has informed you, then there you have your beginning. You have your beginning. In summary, knowledge is about what you know. Understanding is about making sense of what you know. Information is the raw data from which knowledge is derived. Progress is the positive change or advancement over time. Each can be measured through various methods, such as assessments, evaluations, or tracking your milestones or milestones. Until next time, talk to you.